Imagine stepping back in time to a place of solitude and serenity. Welcome to Skellig Michael. This rugged island off the coast of Ireland was formed around 374 to 360 million years ago during the Devonian period. Nature's artistry, over millions of years, gave birth to this unique piece of land that would later become a haven for spiritual seekers. The first human footprints on this remote island were left by dedicated monks in the 6th century. From mainland Ireland, they set sail on a daring journey across the unforgiving Atlantic, seeking a place of solitude and peace for their spiritual pursuits. These monks were the true pioneers, choosing to live in an environment that most would find inconceivable. On this windswept island, they built a monastic complex that defied the odds of its surroundings. With sheer determination and a profound belief in their spiritual journey, they constructed beehive-shaped stone huts that have stood the test of time, a testament to their architectural prowess and resilience. Life on Skellig Michael was anything but easy. The monks battled harsh weather conditions, limited resources, and isolation. However, their commitment to their spiritual life was unwavering. They cultivated their own food, collected rainwater for drinking, and spent their days in prayer and contemplation. Their existence was a testament to the power of human endurance and the strength of their faith. Despite its remoteness and the harsh conditions, the monks managed to create a self-sustaining lifestyle. They lived on Skellig Michael for several centuries, their presence leaving an indelible mark on the island's history and culture. Thus, Skellig Michael became a beacon of unwavering faith and resilience in the face of nature's might. As centuries passed, Skellig Michael continued to harbor life and stories. From the serene solitude of the monks who first inhabited the island in the 6th century, the medieval times brought a new wave of experiences. In the 9th century, the tranquil island was disrupted by the Viking invasions. These seafaring warriors from the north, known for their conquests and exploration, set their sights on the secluded island. Despite the harsh conditions and isolated location, the monks continued their devout lifestyle, their faith unwavering even in the face of such adversity. The monks' resilience was mirrored in the construction of the hermitage on the South Peak. This structure, built during the same period, was a testament to the monks' dedication and faith. It bore witness to the changing times, standing tall as the island was buffeted by the elements. But even the hardest stones eventually erode, and by the 12th century, the monastic life on Skellig Michael began to wane. The island's harsh climate and isolation became increasingly challenging for the monks. The relentless wind, the biting cold, and the unpredictable sea made survival a constant battle. As the climate worsened, the monks sought refuge on the mainland. The monastic hub shifted from the remote island to more hospitable locations, marking a significant change in the island's history. Despite their departure, the monks left behind a tangible legacy, their monastic structures standing as silent reminders of a time long past. With the monks' departure, Skellig Michael was once again left to the mercy of the elements. The island, once a hub of spiritual activity, fell silent. The winds howled through the deserted structures, and the sea continued its relentless assault on the rocky shores. Yet, even in its abandonment, Skellig Michael remained a beacon of history. The stone structures, battered by time and weather, stood as monuments to the past. The island's history, etched into every rock and crevice, continued to tell a story of resilience, faith, and change. In the silence of abandonment, Skellig Michael stood as a testament to the past. From spiritual illumination to guiding ships, Skellig Michael entered a new era in the 19th century. As the world around it grew and advanced, the isolated island found a new purpose. The 1820s saw the establishment of not one, but 2 lighthouses, constructed under the guidance of the Commissioners of Irish Lights. These lighthouses were not just structures, they were monumental symbols of progress, safety, and human resilience. Perched on the rugged cliffs of the island, the lighthouses became Skellig Michael's new guardians, guiding vessels safely through the treacherous waters of the Atlantic. The island, once a sanctuary of spiritual solitude, transformed into a crucial navigation point for ships. Its strategic location made it a beacon of hope for sailors, a guiding light amidst the overwhelming darkness. But have you ever wondered, who were the people that kept these guiding lights burning? The lighthouse keepers and their families, who chose to live in this remote corner of the world, were the unsung heroes of the sea. Their lives were far from ordinary. Isolated from the bustling world, these individuals embraced a life of simplicity and duty. The lighthouse keepers were the keepers of hope. Their days were filled with routine tasks, cleaning the lenses, trimming the wicks, winding the clockwork machinery, and always making sure the light was shining bright. It was a life of dedication, ensuring that the beacon never faltered, serving as a constant guide for those at sea. The families of these keepers were equally committed to their lives on Skellig Michael. The island, with its harsh weather conditions and rugged terrain, was their home. They cultivated small gardens, reared livestock, and even established a school for their children. Despite the hardships, they built a community, a life in this unlikely place. The Lighthouse Era was a testament to human resilience and adaptability. It was a period when Skellig Michael, once a beacon of spiritual enlightenment, became a beacon of physical guidance for seafarers. No longer just a symbol of solitude, it became a symbol of safety, a guiding light in the vast, unending sea. In the beacon of its lighthouses, Skellig Michael found a new purpose. Today, Skellig Michael shines in a different light, attracting a new breed of explorers. It's no longer the solitary haven of ancient monks, or the beacon for ships lost at sea. Now, it's a beacon for curious travelers and Star Wars fans alike. In 1996, Skellig Michael was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, an honor given to places of outstanding universal value. This title acknowledges not just the island's fascinating history, but also its rich biodiversity, particularly its bird life. Puffins, with their brightly colored beaks, are a common sight, as are guillemots, razorbills, and gannets, making the island a paradise for birdwatchers and nature enthusiasts. But it's not just the birds and the history that draw people to this rocky outcrop. In recent years, Skellig Michael has become a star in its own right, featuring in the Star Wars franchise as the secluded home of Luke Skywalker. This appearance on the silver screen has catapulted the island into global fame, attracting a new wave of visitors eager to walk the same steps as their beloved Jedi. However, with this newfound popularity comes a responsibility to protect and preserve. The island's ecology is fragile, and its heritage is irreplaceable. To ensure Skellig Michael can be enjoyed by future generations, strict regulations are in place. Visitor numbers are controlled, and everyone is expected to respect the island's wildlife and historical sites. But despite these changes, Skellig Michael remains a place of mystery and beauty. The ancient stone steps, the stark lighthouse, the chorus of seabirds, all set against the backdrop of the wild Atlantic Ocean. It's a place where the past and the present intertwine, where every stone tells a story, where the echoes of the monks' prayers still seem to linger. In the whispers of the wind and the call of the seabirds, the stories of Skellig Michael continue to live on. From a spiritual sanctuary to a beacon for ships, to a haven for birdlife and tourists, Skellig Michael has worn many hats. This rugged island, jutting out of the Atlantic off the coast of Ireland, has a rich and varied history that spans thousands of years. Skellig Michael was formed millions of years ago, the result of a violent geological upheaval that created its distinctive jagged peaks. This unique landscape would later become the backdrop for a story of faith, resilience, and survival. In the early centuries of the first millennium, Christian monks sought out this remote island as a place of religious retreat. Here they built a monastic settlement that's a marvel of architectural ingenuity. Perched precariously on the slopes of the island, these monks practiced their faith in isolation, undisturbed by the outside world. Their legacy is a remarkable testament to the power of faith and the human spirit's capacity to endure in even the harshest conditions. Skellig Michael's next chapter began in the early 19th century, when 2 lighthouses were built on the island. These beacons guided countless ships safely along the treacherous Irish coastline. The lighthouses also marked the beginning of a new era for Skellig Michael, as it transitioned from a place of religious seclusion to one of practical importance in maritime navigation. Today, Skellig Michael is a must-see destination for travelers from around the globe. It's not just the island's fascinating history that draws visitors, but also its stunning natural beauty and rich biodiversity. It's home to one of the world's largest colonies of gannets and has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a recognition of its historical and ecological significance. In the grand tapestry of time, Skellig Michael stands as a timeless thread, weaving together stories of faith, resilience, and natural beauty. Its story is far from over, and it continues to captivate and inspire all who are fortunate enough to set foot on its rocky shores.